topic of discussion this week is about GPS. We all live in a high-tech world, as we like to call it, and because of this, we hardly know the directions to go anywhere. Ask anybody of this generation and you'll get the same reply. I'm sorry, I follow GPS. It's gotten so bad that we even require a GPS to get from our bedroom to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the bathroom, and so on and so forth. So I thought it would be fun to do a sort of parody on how we actually live with GPS and how it actually controls our lives, and at the end of the day is not really helpful at all. So, without any further ado, on to the reality of following GPS directions. So the first step, the easiest step of the lot if you ask me, is to insert the destination into the GPS device. Of course you know where you want to go, so doing this is pretty simple and straightforward. But then please note that after this, things are just going to start getting messier and messier. Now that the first step is done, the next step is to get into your vehicle. Two-wheeler, four-wheeler, whatever the case may be. Be prepared after you turn on the engine for a long drive ahead of you, filled with many twists and turns. Step 3 is to get out of your house. The first step in the GPS directions. Oh, I'm supposed to turn left. Okay, I already knew that, so let me just get out of the driveway of my house and get onto the road. There we go. That is pretty straightforward and simple. Okay, clearly manageable. On to the next step then. Okay, I just need to continue straight on this road for 2.5 kilometers. Definitely doable. Of course, the GPS is going to tell me just before the 2.5 kilometer ends, so I won't even have to wait and count how many kilometers I'm going for. Brilliant. See how helpful GPS has been so far, and you thought it would be weird. Wait, what? I have to turn right after a tree with yellow flowers? In 500 meters? What tree? What yellow flowers? It's winter. None of the trees are flowering right now. But anyway, okay, this is approximately 500 meters, so let me just turn right here. Aha, the next step has started. So clearly I managed to turn right properly after the non-existent yellow flowered tree. Okay, at least this time it is a tangible building. I have to turn right after Main Bank onto 3rd Avenue. Okay, this is something that can't change. So here we go. I've managed to turn right and I'm on 3rd Avenue now. How lovely. I have to make a U-turn? There, I don't see any space on the divider to make a U-turn anywhere. Well, probably 1 kilometer down the road, I will see the space to make a U-turn. No, there is no space to make a U-turn. Come on, GPS, recalibrate. I'll keep going straight in the hopes that there has to be an alternative route to reach where I want to go, right? Of course, there we go. The GPS is recalibrating the route for me now. It realizes what to do. Next step is to turn left after a clothing store onto 12th Cross Street. Okay, pretty useful. It's again a store, a brick and mortar store. As long as the store doesn't change, things should be fine and I should be able to manage this turn. Okay, what next? I've turned. Movie theater in 2 kilometers. I'm back onto 3rd Avenue. This is not going so well. If I'm back onto 3rd Avenue, then that means the GPS will want me to make a U-turn again, and I again cannot make a... There we go. I'm back on 3rd Avenue and the GPS wants me to make a U-turn in 4 kilometers this time. So I'm basically back where I started. This is just not good. I'll have to do something about it. I'm getting really annoyed with it, and here I thought GPS was so very helpful. You know what? Okay, I've decided what the next step is going to be. I've had enough of this annoying GPS. I am just going to turn it off. Finally, some peace and quiet. Now, how do I find out where I want to go? Oh, look, there are people walking on the street. Here's a new idea. Why don't I ask them for directions? Surely somebody must be knowing the directions to the place I want to go to. Excuse me, kind sir. Could you please tell me how to get to location PQR, please? There we go. I finally got the directions and I have reached. And it's all thanks to asking an actual person for help and not GPS. All this makes you wonder, is the world we're living in really so high tech? I would say no, nothing can beat the power of human beings. And there we go.